So this is definitely should be on everyone's cards, and it is to do with brakes. I know I did rave on about it quite a lot in my channel, but to go fast, you've also got to slow down fast. And it's going to be about exactly that. But anyways, we just went with black inside. You can see there. Yeah, so we just went with the black inside. I didn't really know what else color to go with the gold, so I went with black. Usually I don't really like the color black, as you know, that's why I painted my whole scooter. But for this installation, we're just going black because, well, just kind of like a generic color. I have ran these rotors before. These are actually really, really good rotors. They're just standard size, 1.8 mil thick, and they do really well for heat dissipation. So yeah, we'll have a look at those when they come out. But the main product for today that I really am excited to show you guys, I have actually ran these in my old Lightning V2 and I did do a little bit of a review on it, didn't do too well on it, but today it is literally all about these guys right here. So MTX are actually a company that actually specialize in high performance brakes. Now I've had these actually in my old Zoom brakes that we had. Basically, they come out on the Beast and the Lightning series, Lightning V2 from Dragon scooters. And I threw those pads in there. I was going to go into a big brake upgrade, you know, 4-piston kind of thing. I threw a set of these in there. Now, if you're in the car community, everyone says just buy a set of pads and it'd be the best brake performance you'll ever see, instead of going so expensive. Boy, were they right, because my standard 2-piston calipers turned into something that were just like horrendously touchy, and they were so good with their modulation and everything like that. If you pulled on these things hard, they pulled up so well. They are expensive. I think they're sold in the USA, unfortunately. We don't have anyone in Australia, but these are really good. I think I paid about $46 including shipping, converted to the US. So they are expensive. However, the braking performance on these are incredible. The last time I had a set of these on there, survived a couple of track days, high speed braking, and just general driving for about 8 months before I had to change these pads out. So they did well for longevity. So anyway, basically we're just fitting these to the Nami. So anyone running the Logans, you are after the serial number is just here. If you can't see it on camera, it is RL131. So for the people that run the Zooms, the 2-piston Zooms, like this. So for people running these styled Zooms, they're also the same pads that are used in Nutt. So people that run Nutt brakes, this is also for you guys as well. But for the people that run these style brakes, see, I even kept the old packaging for you guys. So the ones that run the 2-piston Zooms, you are looking at the, right there, is the RL111. So they're the ones you need for your Zooms and your Nutt 2-piston hydraulic brakes. So very good. Cannot rate these enough, guys. So anyway, let's get into the video and install these, and these are the tools you're going to need. So guys, you'll obviously need your 2 brakes and your brake pads. Obviously, if you don't have these, guys, it's no stress, but I do recommend actually doing the brake pads and disc at the same time. But for us, we're just doing the front because our rear actually are in really good nick. So yeah, you'll also need a set of pliers, and you'll also need a set of Allen keys. So that's pretty much all we really need, apart from taking your wheel nuts off. So if you're taking your wheel nuts off, guys, you'll need to find out exactly what size that is. But for the Namis, I believe they are 21. Now, I'm sure for most users, you probably know how to take off a wheel. So I'm pretty much just gonna cut straight to it. I'm just gonna grab the spanner, loosen these 2 bolts off, and let it drop out. And then we'll see you then. Let's get to it. All right, guys. So it is at night. It is currently 8:30. 8:38. 9:38. Oh, my bad. Dyslexic coming through. All right. So I've basically come down to the RC drag race strip. This is pretty much going to be what we're going to be using to get up to a really decent speed, because I need to get it to about 35 kilometers an hour, and obviously we're not allowed to do that outside, whereas this is like a little bit of private property. We're completely cased in with a fence right the way around. I know you guys won't see it, but there's a fence right the way around it. Obviously there's not going to be anyone in here. We're here by ourselves, we're at night time, blah, blah, blah. This is the best, safest way I can possibly do this. So I went with leaving the rear pads in as stock. Simply because those front pads, when they bed in, they are that good that if you had them on the rear, they'd be so touchy, your rear brakes would be pointless and basically make them just a skid just to lock up. So this is just something that I found out when I was running my pads when I first put these in. Basically, I only put them at the front because when you brake in on the e-scooter, the back end gets really, really light and it just locks it up. So easy. So we've put them on the front only. We've left the stock ones on the rear. They're definitely adequate enough. Process is us bedding in over some new pad material and actually, like, you know, making some friction and actually bedding in those brand new rotors. So we've got to get up to a bit of speed. The aim is to get up to about 30-40 k's an hour, pull the brakes, not hard, but just enough, a little bit of force, and not let the scooter come to a complete stop. That is the biggest thing. You cannot let it stop. So it'll take us about 3 or 4 times to get the heat up and get that heat to transfer that pad material over to the discs. So let's do it. All right, so we're at 28, 30. All right, let's pull that. Yeah, okay, they're not quite in it. Far out, they're already feeling really good. We're just getting them to bed in over, so we don't need to do anything sporadic. A little bit more force this time. Wow. Okay, that skidding was actually from the regenerative braking, lifting the back end of the Nami. I didn't touch the rear brakes at all. Okay, these brakes are insane. I keep forgetting how good these pads are. Far out. I was leaning all the way back too. All right, let's go for a bit more speed. Oh, dude, what the? Oh man, these brakes are sick. All right, so I had a bit of front end hop then, as well as rear end lockup from the e-brake. I've only got mine set to 1, which is very low. That's impressive. Oh yeah, sick helmet hair. Anyway, they're all bedded in. Those brakes are insane. Guys, if you don't want to pay the big dollars of going up to Migiras or some other big brake pad or hydraulic brake kits that you want to go for, definitely try yourself a set of MTX pads before you make the jump. Trust me, it's a whole different ball game. Amazing. Those brakes work so damn well. I'm very pleased that I could find a set for the Logan brakes. Yeah, they fit so well. MTX definitely, guys, you making amazing products, and guys, I rate them highly. Definitely get yourself a set of those before you go and spend your money on some big hydraulic brakes, because that upgrade alone is very impressive. And you never know, could save your life. But anyway, thanks all so much for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. And obviously this helps out my channel. And of course, if we all grow together, if I don't know something, I'm sure we'll learn along the way. So anyway, guys, thanks all so much, very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.